Imagine you're strapped into the cockpit of an F-35C Lightning II, launching off the flight deck of a Nimitz-class supercarrier in the dead of night over the Persian Gulf. Your mission isn't just to drop dams on concrete bunkers. The mission is to dismantle an entire government from 30,000 feet. It is February 22, 2026. Inside the Pentagon, the maps are laid out. Strike packages are being finalized. For years, the US plan for Iran was strictly about containment, but the rules of engagement just shifted. The objective isn't just degrading nuclear facilities anymore. The objective is regime change. According to US officials speaking to Reuters, planning has reached a critical stage. The Pentagon is currently staring down three distinct operational scenarios. Option 1, the baseline. A sustained, weeks-long bombing campaign targeting nuclear facilities, missile production sites, and military infrastructure. Option 2, decapitation. Surgical strikes engineered to eliminate key commanders within the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC. You cut the head off the snake and shatter their command structure. Option 3, total regime change. But here is the catch: no massive ground invasion, no occupation force. Modern conflict never comes down to raw firepower alone. Success depends on logistics, coordination, and the ability to adapt when the battlefield changes faster than anyone expects. That exact principle is the core of today's sponsor, Supremacy World War II, a free online PvP strategy game built around modern global warfare. Every match you play lasts for weeks. Your decisions dictate every step of the campaign. You take command of a real country, build up your economy, research new weapon systems, and deploy armor, submarines, and strike aircraft. You form alliances when diplomacy suits you, and you pull the trigger when it's time to move. You're up against as many as 99 real players on the same real-time map. How do you overthrow a heavily armed nation without putting boots on the ground? The Pentagon is studying two recent operations. First, Israel's 12-day war against Iran in June 2025. Israel didn't just bomb empty runways. They hunted individuals. Tracking targets in real time, Israeli forces wiped out at least 20 senior Iranian commanders, including the Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces, Major General Mohammad Bagheri. For a brief window, Iran's military was paralyzed. Second, look at Venezuela. January 3, 2026. U.S. Special Operations Forces hit Caracas. They extracted President Nicolas Maduro from his compound and had him on a flight to New York before the Venezuelan military could even organize a response. No invasion. No occupation. The job got done and the government collapsed in days. The White House wants that same fast, decisive outcome in Iran. But here is the reality check. Geography is a tyrant. Caracas is right on the coast. U.S. forces launched from an LHD amphibious assault ship offshore, hit the target, and extracted within hours. Tehran is completely landlocked. It sits over 600 miles from the nearest coastline, shielded by mountain ranges and layered with advanced air defense networks. You don't just fly a flight of Black Hawks into Tehran. They'd be swatted out of the sky before they even saw the city limits. To pull off decapitation strikes from the air, you need perfect intelligence. Signals intelligence. Satellite coverage. Human assets on the ground giving you real-time grid coordinates on leadership movements. If you miss the target, you don't weaken the regime, you hand them a massive propaganda victory. And Iran isn't just sitting there waiting for the bombs to fall. Tehran has drawn its own red lines. If the US strikes, Iran will lock down the Strait of Hormuz, instantly cutting off 20% of the world's oil supply. They have US installations in Jordan, Kuwait, Bahrain, and the UAE dialed in. Last June we saw them fire missiles at Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. Patriot and THAAD batteries intercepted most of the warheads, but the message was clear. American troops are in range and US officials fully expect casualties. Throw in the geopolitical wildcards. A Russian warship just linked up with Iranian naval drills in the Gulf of Oman. Moscow is signaling that they are watching. China is remaining quiet, but Beijing is Iran's biggest oil customer. They have a vested interest in keeping American influence out of their energy supply lines. Right now, 2 US carrier strike groups are holding station off the Iranian coast. Over 120 combat aircraft are armed and waiting. The diplomatic window is slamming shut. Talks in Geneva have stalled, and the president has given a strict 10 to 15-day deadline. The message from Washington is simple. Either Iran dismantles its nuclear program, or the United States will do it by force. And by force, no longer means just cratering a few bunkers. It means wiping the Islamic Republic off the geopolitical map. The clock is ticking. The strike packages are loaded. The military is ready. So, here's the question for you. Should the United States pull the trigger on regime change in Iran? Can a government actually be dismantled from the air? Or is this a massive gamble that risks dragging American forces into a region-wide war? Drop your tactical assessment in the comments below. This crisis is developing in real time. Hit like and subscribe for continuous coverage. No speculation, just the facts as they hit the wire. If you want to back the channel, join the fleet. Click Join for loyalty badges, priority responses, and exclusive updates. The targets are locked. The world is waiting to see what happens next. I'll see you in the next one.